Get ready. It's time. Christina, Catherine, Lisa, Amy, and Lauren. Welcome to the Cimorelli Podcast.
Hey, I'm Christina.
I'm Catherine.
I'm Amy.
I'm Lauren.
And we're Cimorelli.
Welcome back to
The Cimorelli Podcast.
It's so weird without Lisa saying it.
I know. Once again, for those who don't know, Lisa is working like 1 day a week now in this current time as she's supporting her husband through his cancer treatment. She's exhausted, but she's still coming in once a week, which is awesome. But we reserve that day for more like the YouTube videos than the podcast
Sometimes
days.
a podcast like the last few we've done.
So hopefully she'll be in another episode soon, but not today because she shot a video with us yesterday. So Lisa's here, but she's not here every day.
Yeah, that's why she's like sporadically in stuff.
Yes. So we got the 4 wimps and wigs here today.
4 wimps.
If you want to know what that's from, I feel like we've referenced that. It's from a Cinderella story.
You get to
It
be
is.
Prince Charming, we're just the wimps and wigs.
Yes, yeah.
And before we go any further, I need to tell you guys that today's episode is sponsored by Green Chef. Green Chef now offers 30 weekly recipes to choose from, so wellness is more delicious than ever. Use our code greenchef.com/Cimorelli599 to get $5.99 per meal on your first box, and your first box ships free. So each of those meals, $5.99. And we have been eating good.
Eating good.
Green
Real
Chef.
good.
We have made some amazing
For sure.
meals. Just
We
saying.
love it.
Yeah, I'm such a big fan. So delicious. We'll move on as we start the episode. So today's episode is.
Oh, am I start? Oh, okay.
Do you know what it is?
Is it 139?
you.
Is that what you said? 139.
I'll tell you. It's 138.
Oh, it's 138. Never mind. Were you guys going to be on number or topic?
Both.
Okay,
What is it?
we are going to be doing a Q&A, kind of like an offshoot of our thoughts on toxic purity culture video. And we're just going to be, as Christina described it, 4 gals chatting about life, you know?
Basically, we
Life,
did.
love, and the pursuit of happiness.
We did our video, which was called entitled
We need
to talk about toxic purity
I
culture.
love we need to talk
And there's
about.
some gals crying on the front front cover
I
on
did
the
not
thumbnail.
expect to shed a tear.
It was really emotional,
so
TBH,
bad.
and controversial, and we got a lot of comments to the video.
There was the comment section was popping.
was so
It was really
nice.
I feel like
interesting.
for the most part, it was just people sharing different opinions.
It was super respectful.
And it was- yeah,
it was great.
good.
I thought everyone did a really good
We
job.
really
being
just wanted to
respectful,
facilitate some conversation, you know?
which is rare in this society.
Yeah, I thought it was impressive. And we said in the video that we were going to do like kind of a follow-up with this podcast episode. So here we are, keeping our promise to you guys.
Love it.
But of course, we're not going to start with the main topic. We always start with our highs and lows.
Oh,
His and laws. Who used to say that, Lisa?
Lisa or Danny?
Sounds like
One of these
saying
people.
His in-laws.
His in-laws. Okay, so guys, what are your highs and lows of the week?
Well,
Go.
I can tell you my low.
Oh, we know Amy's
is
low.
that okay, guys? I don't know what's wrong. Well, I have a sneaking suspicion I know what's wrong with my vehicle, aka my car, aka my Jeep Grand Cherokee. So if you made this Jeep Grand Cherokee, I have it out for you. Anyway, the headlights went out last night, but not fully, like the low beam. So the high beam still works, so I still have light going. But I'm sensing there's something wicked this way comes. So we'll see what the issues are. But it's real hard on my, shall we call it obsessive personality in my head, aka obsessive thoughts. So we're just going to chill with the mantras today of my car could break. And that's what we're going to do. And
okay.
what is my high? Oh, my high was that we were at work yesterday. And then Lisa said, "What are you doing tonight? Do you want to sit on my couch while I go to a concert?" And I said, "Sure." And then I drove over and I sat on her couch for like 4 hours, probably.
And Lily didn't. Lily
Was
just
Lily
slept.
asleep the whole
Lily,
time?
I got there. Lily went straight into the bed. I like saw her for
Love
2
it.
minutes. We saw little Miss Rach.
Oh.
And then I sat there on their incredible couch. Oh my goodness. Oof. And I just watched The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Oh my
I watched
gosh.
5 episodes. Because what else am I'm just sitting there
Oh
watching her
my
house
gosh.
watching the TV.
What's a fun, relaxing
And it was
night?
very nice. I had some for Lucky Charms.
Wow, what a life.
It was nice. I was like, I was going to be a couch somewhere. And this one was a very nice couch. So thank you, Lisa, for the nice couch.
That's funny.
Nice.
My low is that my foot is broken. Because I fell down the stairs. But I didn't even fall down the stairs. I slipped on one
You
stair.
fell on the stairs?
I fell one stair. And it broke my foot.
That's so wild.
That's just a lot.
But
Sorry.
it's not that bad. It wasn't a bad break. The doctor was like, if you're going to break your foot, this is the place you want to break it. I was like, okay.
That's good.
okay.
He's like one of those doctors.
Yeah, I
it's
feel
like,
like
hey.
So it was like a good thing. It was like, I'm blessed to break my foot.
Yeah. It was like,
I
whoa.
literally took her
amazing.
to the doctor. We're sitting there, and she hears him in the other room being like, hey. And she's like, oh no, is he one of those doctors?
He's like, you're dying, but it's all good.
But this is the way you want to
This was
die.
the bone
Yeah.
and joint. It was like a bone place. So no
Yeah.
one's dying. They just have broken
Yeah.
bones.
He's like, we're gonna have to remove the whole leg. I'm just kidding. Sorry. That was bad.
Anyway, don't have to remove my leg. So that's good.
Love it.
We love to hear it.
It's not actually that bad. I don't have to use crutches. I can still walk on it. I'm just in this dumb boot. That's so annoying. But it doesn't hurt. It's not like I'm sitting here I'm in pain.
That's really good.
It's fine. I'm not even taking Advil or anything. So,
Wow.
but it's still my low because I can't drive.
Yeah,
and
I've been
my
driving
foot
her
is
around.
broken
Boo.
and bruised. Ew, it's so creepy.
It is a little creepy. I will say.
Yikes.
My
When I saw it, I was like,
my high was I had a little soiree.
Soiree.
I don't know what you would call that. It wasn't really a soiree. I just hung out with some friends the other night, and we were just in a hotel lobby, sitting, hanging, chatting as gals, and it was fun. I haven't really hung out with people in a minute, so
Yeah, it was
nice.
really fun.
It was I forgot my foot was broken in that
Wow.
few hours
Because you were sitting.
No, I did not forget. So everyone was laughing at me in my boot.
Because it was funny.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all we got.
okay, I'm still thinking for once.
Oh,
Kathy?
have yours?
Oh, do you want me to go? I would say my low has just been just kind of feeling overwhelmed the last couple of days. It just
Girl.
I feel like it's those domino days. Yeah, just everything is lining up so much, and I'm I feel like I'm behind and late, and just things are. It's just too much packed into right now. I don't know. I think whenever one of my, or both honestly, of my twins get sick, I feel like I get really behind on housework,
Oh, yeah.
meal planning, all those normal
Oh,
things.
because they were just sick.
Yeah, they were sick last week. So I'm still trying to catch up on everything and just make my life more stable. And then so I don't know. I've just been trying to catch up, so it's been stressful. My high in general, I feel like I keep saying this, but is cooking. I've been cooking a lot
love
lately.
cooking.
I made a new soup
Cooking
today.
is nurturing. It's good.
It's so fun.
Good for
Even if the
so
soup doesn't
hard.
turn out as good as I
Oh
hope.
my gosh.
I made what was it called? It had an interesting name.
This isn't the same soup that you sent to our family.
No,
Not the
although I have
lemon
made, I have to force myself
potato.
not to make that soup every minute because I love that soup.
Why do you force
Oh,
yourself?
my
Is it
Every minute.
expensive or something?
Don't do it.
Because I'm no, it's not expensive. I'm just saying I don't want to make the same soup over.
You don't
and
want to
over.
not like it because
Oh.
you ate it too much.
Yes.
You've done that
Okay.
so
So
many
the soup
times.
I made
Oh, that doesn't
today
happen
is
to me.
called. Wait, hold on. I make a note in my phone every week with my meal plan with my dinners. Oh, shrimp and cod with tarragon broth and croutons.
What?
That was the soup
That's what you made? Why
Yeah.
do you sound confused?
Because it sounds like it's not a real name, but it's
Oh.
basically a soup that's the Holy Trinity,
Like
as
a
they call it, which
seafood
is
soup?
celery, onion, and garlic. And then that's the base. And then you put
my
white wine, tarragon, cod,
Whoa.
shrimp, tomatoes.
That does sound.
And then I
really
added
good.
potatoes. Max was like, why do you add potatoes? Because we have a bunch of potatoes. So I added some potatoes.
That sounds.
What's
really
that
good.
one show where there's some fight scene about Tarragon?
Montana.
No, it's in the show.
yes,
it's in
yes,
the show,
yes.
not
Billy
the
Ray
movie. Yeah.
and some lady.
I don't
And
remember
they're
that.
like,
It's like-
Tarragon.
They're like nothing wrong than your grammar, cowboy. Wait, I do not remember
that.
I remember that
No,
line.
I
That's
know.
how I learned what tarragon
When I hear the word tarragon, my mind goes tarragon, and I'm like,
Yes.
I didn't know what that was from, but that
Aw,
is very
man.
true.
I need to find the scene on. I'm gonna find
Yeah.
a scene on YouTube.
I don't
Watch
remember
the
why,
videos
but my
and
in-laws
send it to
bought
our
us a
chat.
giant bag of tarragon. It's just sitting in our kitchen.
Wait, so what is
and Max is
tarragon?
like, oh, you're
It's
going to
an
use the
herb.
tarragon.
What does
An
it taste
herb.
like?
Honestly, I don't know because I haven't really used it before and I haven't tried the soup yet.
Oh, you didn't. Oh,
so I'm saying
what?
I don't even know if the soup is good. The soup could be horrible, but I think it's going to be good.
Super curious.
We'll see.
if I like
Super
tarragon.
curious.
I'm super.
So anyway, that's my
I'm sending the scene to our group chat. I don't know if it's right.
I mean, it's no, you know, you gotta
I don't
have
know
like
if it's
those winter
right.
soups.
I didn't look at it, but I think it is.
Wow.
So did you get
Okay,
yours?
for mine, it's okay. Yeah, I thought of it, but I realized it's basically identical
yours?
to yours.
Whoa, you
Mine
made
is almost
tarragon soup?
identical.
Overwhelmed, and you made some soup.
Almost. Yeah, mine is one overwhelmed, just like that time of year, you know. So literally
Yes,
identical.
exactly.
And you look at
Just
all the
like
weekends,
so
and you're
much
like,
stuff.
there's
I'm
so
like,
much coming up. I'm never gonna get
Just
When
really tired. Like for once, I'm like
the
yawning during this
world
podcast, which I am annoyed.
Oh.
And then my high is that I made this amazing. Yeah, it's literally the thing. I made this amazing, but it wasn't soup. It was like a grain bowl, I guess. I used
Ooh.
the high of it was that I made this amazing dressing. It was like tahini based dressing,
Ooh, so like kind of Greeky vibes.
and it was so good. It was so
What did you put in the grain bowl?
good? Arugula. What is it? Bulgur.
Oh, okay. Oh, I had a really good from Green Chef. I had a
I
bulgur thing.
I learned about it from Green Chef, literally,
Bulgur's really good.
and it was
You know
so
what's
good.
good? Barley.
I gotta try that more. Anyway,
I think I like barley. I can't
arugula,
remember.
tomato. I would have put sweet potatoes in, but I didn't have them. Chicken, bulgur, and then that amazing sauce. That was it, and it was
That sounds
so
That does
good.
sound very well.
Love it.
Okay, let's get out of these highs and
Oh,
lows.
and side note, I made the TikTok pasta and it was so good.
Oh yes.
The feta, it's like feta
I've
and
never made
tomato.
that.
Oh, it's real good. Except I threw it up once, so now I haven't eaten
Oh.
it.
Oh.
Oh, I have that problem with like 2 foods from the first trimester. I never even threw them up, but I was so nauseous when I ate them that I literally can't think about them and I won't say what they are. Because
I have that with strawberry ice cream in the first trimester. It was in my freezer, and I
love
was like, "That is the
strawberry
most
ice cream.
disgusting thing I've ever
And
seen."
now you can't eat it?
And every time I see it now, I'm like,
Yeah. It's ruined.
It wasn't
gives me a
even
bad
like-
vibe.
2 foods that I really like are totally ruined. I'm so mad. And to this day, it's been a year almost.
Yeah.
Whatever. Moving on. So we're gonna do our 5 perspectives. This is where we give
Our 5
Oh wait,
pops.
there's 4 of us. Whatever. There's normally 5.
You
We
can
give
be
our
the 5th by commenting your
perspectives.
perspective.
"Yeah, what's your perspective?"
Oh yeah, everyone actually did that when you asked them for one of those episodes. They actually did it. So good job, guys. Here's the question we're each gonna give our perspectives on. What
That's it.
is
What?
your
What's the point?
What's your most hated Christmas song?
Oh, easy. Santa baby, or Rock Around the Christmas Tree, or War is Over. I
Wait,
hate many
wait,
songs.
I gotta
That
look.
one.
I gotta look.
Oh, I like that one. So this is Christmas.
Not us in the hotel
Is that the worst one?
from across the room.
Wait, I know what it really is. Sorry, guys. It's Mary Did You Know?
Oh,
Our version is a little more listenable
It's
to me.
good.
But when I hear that, I'm just like,
I will not listen to our version either, even though it's good for the song is bad. So
yeah, we did that song because I know a lot of people like it.
Oh, I know what mine is.
I do not like that
This
song.
song, okay, we had to sing this song when we were professional Christmas carolers, okay?
Which
we got paid. I was like,
Good
good paid
King
$11
Wenceslas?
an hour. Okay. No, just kidding. I was
trying
like
to guess.
15.
that's good though. for being 15.
could it be?
Grandma got run over by a reindeer. That is rude to elders.
Yes,
I don't
add
like that song.
That's rude.
I don't
I add that to my
think
list
I
of
have
most hated.
song. I think there's just a lot of versions that I hate.
Ooh.
I don't know what they are though. There's a lot of
okay.
version Christmas
I get what
songs.
you're
I'm
saying.
like bad.
Yeah, because it has to be in a certain way. In my opinion, a Christmas song should feel magical. It should feel like
Timeless.
bright, and like it shouldn't feel dark, and it shouldn't feel like you're just trying to make it some other genre that's not quite. It could be okay. No, that's wrong. It could be a variety of genres, but like Max and I were watching the Christmas special on Disney last night with all the different artists doing Christmas songs, and I don't want to hate any certain artists, but there was one rendition that I was like, this doesn't feel Christmassy at all. It's just a Christmas song,
Yeah, it's got to have
but
the
it's
vibes.
taken the Christmas out of it.
So true.
You gotta get a bell in
Yeah,
there.
like think of the lyric, candy canes are cool, but not as sweet as you. If I had to choose, I choose you.
Yeah.
That's a
anyone know what
timeless Christmas lyric.
It's from a
Yes.
Cimorelli song.
That song is our original
Is that
song.
Christmas of Love or is
Christmas
that Christmas
Lights.
Lights? Oh, I love
It's
Christmas
so
Lights.
good though. 'cause
Guys,
you bet
our
it,
Christmas
that
songs,
December-
I gotta say, our original Christmas
Okay,
songs.
the
They're
best,
great.
the best Christmas song of all time is "Won't
Santa
You
Tell
Fall
Me.
in Love with Me?"
Cold,
yes,
Cold
Cold
December
December
Night
Night.
by Michael Bublé.
Oh,
That's
I love
so
it.
good.
Okay.
Oh, I love Santa Tell Me by Ariana Grande.
That's
Yeah.
Also,
the
did you know
best song.
that Ariana Grande and Kelly Clarkson have a Christmas duet?
Oh yeah,
I
it's
haven't
good.
listened yet, but I
It's not like
downloaded
the
it
best thing I've
because
heard,
I
but
gotta
it's
listen to it.
solid.
I love them both. Or I love they're both like the Christmas songs.
So we're going to go into talking about the video. Dun, dun, dun. But first, we need to talk a little more about Green Chef. As we were talking about food earlier, our love of Green Chef, we have to share with you guys. So Green Chef, what is Green Chef? It is a CCOF certified meal kit company. They make eating well easy with plans to fit every lifestyle. Keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or if you're just looking to eat more balanced meals, they offer a range of recipes to suit your preferences. So basically, they send you this nice green box and it has all these bags with the whole meal right in there. With it's all the ingredients already measured, ready to go, and you just have to, chop, 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 put them together, throw them in the oven, whatever it is. And boom, done. And they're like, I would say they are like restaurant quality meals.
my
What would
gosh.
you guys say?
Yes.
When I make it, I'm
yeah.
like, this, every time I come say to Nick, I feel like I'm eating a meal from a restaurant
and
every time.
the shocking thing is when you think of a restaurant quality meal, you think it's going to take hours, but these literally come together in like I would
30
say
minutes.
30 minutes about, which
Yeah.
is crazy.
They're
it's like this
so
elegant
good.
meal that you just whipped up so quickly.
I dream of some of them still.
Yeah, their meals are delicious.
literally, they're
they really,
so
they really
good.
hit
They
it out
are
of the park.
so good.
And they're offering more customization than ever before. In addition to swapping protein in any meal that features chicken, beef, or salmon, for USDA certified organic ground beef, USDA certified organic chicken, and wild caught sockeye salmon. Is that how you say that? Now you can also add chicken or fish to select vegan and veggie recipes each week for an added protein boost.
I love it.
Ooh.
They're also now offering 10-minute lunches. Each week's menu includes
That's
2
iconic.
convenient, low prep, and nutritious lunch recipes ready in just 10 minutes.
I would love to try that.
Iconic.
No cooking required. I
need
know.
it.
I want that.
I love it.
So guys, we do have a great deal for you. And we were saying restaurant quality. Well, listen to this. Restaurant quality, but if you use our code, Cimorelli599, you will get each meal for $5.99 in your first box. Restaurant quality.
Love to
and
see it.
your first box ships free. So all you have to do is go to greenchef.com/Cimorelli599 and use the code Cimorelli599 to get $5.99 per meal on your first box, and it ships free.
Good.
It's
Sounds
linked in the
awesome.
description. Check that out. greenchef.com/Cimorelli599. Love it. Can't wait to hear your guys' feedback. If you try some of these meals,
No pun intended.
I gotta try those
feedback.
lunches.
It's so good.
Love it.
All right, now we're going to jump into the meat and potatoes of the episode. Okay, I didn't do that on purpose. It really just happened, but it worked.
That's a good one.
I swear. Okay, so
Yeah.
we got so many comments. I feel like I have so much to say. So,
I didn't read them. I was
okay,
scared.
let me give a prefacing statement here. So, we made this video, as we told you what it's called in the meeting, and we're talking about. I'm not going to recap the whole video, obviously. It was like
45 minutes
long, and we were talking about toxic purity culture from the POV of some young women who are still agree with waiting till marriage. Because I think we were saying normally you hear people talk about that who totally disagree with all of it. So we were saying there's a lot of toxic stuff in purity culture that is just messed up, but we don't think you need to throw the baby out with the bathwater, is what we were saying. Essentially, but it's very long. We touch on a lot of stuff. It's a really good video, just saying. So you should watch it. You should probably watch it before you watch this. I would just go watch
Yeah,
that
this
and
is
then
like
come
the
back.
sequel.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, what? So we got a lot of comments on there. We were asking for comments and questions for this podcast episode. And, I asked for people to be respectful or else I would delete them. And I deleted a couple people, but I didn't have to delete that many people. So
Yeah.
it's good.
I feel like most people are pretty respectful.
But I really
which is
enjoy
nice.
silencing rude people. Because it's
what
like,
you get.
I told you I was going to do it, and then you did it anyway. So it's like, delete. That's what happens. But I left many a comment on there, that I disagreed with because it was said respectfully. So I was like, good, great job, love it. So it was kind of hard to pick, but let's see what we got here, okay? Someone left like a whole college essay. They had like 10 different questions on there.
Oh, wow.
And okay, so when we're talking about this, we're not rocket scientists. Yeah, we're
Rocket
not
scientists
brain
know a lot about
surgeons. We're
just-
not scholars. We're just four gals,
good pals.
trying to have a good conversation about something that's really important. But we're not like, I am the authority on everything. I am Jesus Christ, right?
Yeah.
But it's just annoying because some people, they're just always going to do this. They're always going to respond to your video with their comments as if you said you were Jesus Christ himself. And those people, you just can't really get through to them. So I just kind of ignore, delete, block, report. I don't think I've ever blocked and I have. I have blocked and reported these weird spam things that kept going on my Instagram.
Yeah.
But I haven't really blocked and reported anyone else.
I've blocked a few people.
Anyway.
They send like a really mean message. You're like, I don't know why you did that.
So what I'm saying is just try to chill out. Anyone?
You said most of people were chill.
Okay.
If you're not
So
chill,
most of you are good.
but you're
all-
probably not going to listen anyway. Okay, so let's start. This is kind of more of a random question, but I thought it was a good question. Like it wasn't really what we said, but I just thought it was important to put out there.
Interesting.
Which we've talked about this before. I just bit my tongue. How, when we have talked about this, do you convey boundaries when you're starting to talk to someone / see someone? So I think this person's saying like, if I want to wait until marriage, I did see a lot of people asking this. How do I put that out there? When do I say it? What do I say?
date.
I agree.
Oh,
First date is what I do as well because I made the mistake of not doing that and then having guys be like, "What? Oh my gosh." Whatever, they like freak out and I'm like, okay, calm down. So if I said it in the first date, then it's like, you choose to proceed or not.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's really good to like let people know what they're getting into.
Yeah.
And honestly, even if you're not waiting, I think that's a good thing to it's good to be open about your own boundaries and expectations in general. That's a great life skill to have. And honestly, it kind of shows, I feel like, if you're able to do that, it's like a sign of confidence. Like,
Yeah.
I know
Yes.
who I am, and respectfully I decline or I accept your request. It's just like
Now, how to say it? A lot of people are like, what? I've gotten so many messages of that. How do I say this?
I'll say what I do
I'll tell
because
you mine
look,
too.
it doesn't have to be some drama like let me tell you
Let me
this
tell you.
thing. Like it's not that dramatic. I always do it where like I ask like, so are you like religious or like if they're if I already know they are, I'm like, oh, so like where do you go to church? Something. I don't know. I just bring up like the topic of like religion. And I'm like, oh yeah,
What?
I'm really Christian. Like, I'm waiting till marriage and everything.
That's literally what I used to
smooth
say.
Criminal.
Yeah, that's exactly
Easy
what I would
breezy,
say.
beautiful.
That's real smooth.
Another thing
Yeah.
you could bring up, you can just say, well, yeah, that you can say that. Or you can say, this is basically the same idea. You just say, one thing about me is I'm waiting until marriage. That's all you have to say.
Yeah.
So something important about me is
Yeah, like, oh,
I'm
this is
waiting
what
until
you should
marriage.
know.
That's it.
or
And
yeah. And
I do have to say that I've gotten so many messages asking this over the years because it just shows there are so many young women. They're all from young women, just saying. And they don't know how to say it, which it does kind
know.
of scare me because it's like, this is something that's really important to you if you're making this choice. And it is a big deal. And like I said, Lauren said, it doesn't have to be dramatic, but it is a big deal. It's important to you. And it's important for a person to know.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't feel like so scared and uncomfortable to say it because it's countercultural. It is very, as we're looking at
it's your
statistics,
body,
it's
though.
very countercultural.
And you're
I
in
know.
charge of it. Like,
But yes, it's your body and you need
you
to.
don't owe anyone anything. Like,
you gotta own that, like, and try to build up some confidence. Like, this is important to me. I deserve to be able to put my boundaries out there and stuff. Not like, oh, I can't possibly inconvenience someone with my own boundaries. No. If you don't feel comfortable saying that to the person, probably bad sign.
yeah. And I will say two
say.
quick segues of things you can say that make it easy. You could just say, what do you like on maybe more first or second date? This is really early. You could say, so what are you looking for in a relationship? That's a great kind of opener
Ooh,
that
I
opens
love
the conversation. And if they're like, oh, I'm not really looking for anything serious. I'm just want to, hook up. I don't know if I would say that. But that's kind of like,
No, I think
okay,
some people
if
say
you're
that.
looking, if you're Christian, you're looking for, someone that you want to eventually marry, or maybe just want to get some dating experience, but you don't want to go in that realm of, physical stuff. You can just kind of lead it there and be like, okay, yeah, I'm looking for this. And yeah, I'm waiting till marriage. Just kind of just say it. But it's like, I think that's a good way to open the realm. And then I think another thing that you should not feel afraid to, you shouldn't feel bad about saying maybe like second or third date if, things are going well, is asking the person, so what are your intentions like with me? And then that also can be another good sort of follow-up conversation. And that's another thing you should not feel afraid to ask them, because people are just out here leading people down the train tracks and back. Who knows what they're even thinking?
Yeah.
They call you on a Tuesday, they ignore you for a month.
Yeah, if someone has an intention with you, which everyone has some intention with every interaction, then why, if it's an intention has to do with you, I believe you
Have
can
the
You have the right to know.
Yes, you could know that, right?
Yeah. And if someone is like, oh, whoa, like they're scared at that question, or they're like, too serious.
That would be a red flag.
I don't think they're really
You're
ready
not
to date.
asking for an engagement. You're just asking what they think.
Yeah,
and
and if
what
they're
they're
just like
intending to do.
if they're just like,
Exactly.
I like to get to know you as a friend, and then if I feel like we're clicking, then maybe consider dating. That's fine, But at least you know. At least you know.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm just looking for a pen pal. Just kidding.
Okay, I also want to reiterate again, like, if I just need to get a grip, but if you didn't watch the original video, you can watch this and comment something really weird if you want, but I'm just saying you really should
You're
go
allowed
watch it, because I think a lot of people are going to watch this and be like, so what do you think about when they crumble up a piece of paper and say you can't straighten it? I'm like, we talked about that in the other video. So I have a problem that I keep thinking about that, but I'm like, I just want people to watch what we actually said, because we were roasting toxic purity culture is what we were doing.
We were.
So you can, but I just don't want you to leave a comment saying, what about this thing? And we already talked about it. But anyway,
Yeah.
I just need to move on.
I'm sure most of you guys aren't going to do that.
Envision everyone you're speaking to already saw it. Just
Yeah.
Okay.
Just think about that.
We're only talking to people who have watched the other video. If you haven't watched it, I'm not talking to you. Okay. There we go.
That's it.
So a big one was, what do you guys think about the term purity?
I like it personally, but I know a lot of people hate it just
It's
because
been-
I have a different
It's been
idea of it.
misused.
I feel like, it's been very misused, so it feels a little weird, but
Another term is chastity, which I do think I like better, but I think that one also is misused because, okay, so here's my problem is that I think people always think purity or chastity, whatever, is about, there's two problems. One is that they think it's something that means you're supposed to be pure until marriage. You're supposed to be chaste until marriage. But
Until then, and then
that's not,
not
that's
anymore.
not what
That's not
we,
it.
I would say all four of us personally do not think that. We
No.
think, we believe in being chaste in marriage. So chastity doesn't just mean abstaining from, it's a much broader, there's a much broader definition. There's a lot more to it. I don't know how much we'll get to today, but you can do research for yourself if you want on what it actually entails. But it's more about like, well, I want to get the other problem, but yeah, it's more about like respect, seeing the person as a whole human being and not devaluing them and such and other stuff. But the other second problem was that, the terms have been bamboozled.
Yes.
And people have
word.
totally not the word. Basically, they've been turned into like a measuring stick of like
Yeah.
measuring your worth, your purity, whatever.
it's usually
It's like goes
how
in
pure-
place of the word worth.
How pure are you? Did you do this? Did you
No,
do
no, no,
this?
no,
And how much
That's
are you
not it.
worth because you didn't do this, you didn't do that? And then I'll get to the next. Yeah, so people use it as a way of like defining their worth. Like
it's more of a defining of experiences rather than like intention.
it's more of like a verb almost. Like it's what
Yeah.
you do, not like
It's like
what
a
you
label.
yeah.
Right? Is that what I'm saying? Is that what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
think so.
we
It's
watched
like-
we were talking about a video we watched this morning. I think all four of us watched it. And it's this guy, Christopher West. He talks about theology of the body. And he was saying, don't confuse the word purity with Puritanism. And Puritanism is basically the shame-based, fear-based, like you are bad thing. Whereas
Punishment.
purity is actually a virtue.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that you aspire to. And just like all other virtues, you're not going to perfectly, get it at all times. You're aspiring to it
Let me read
because
the definition.
the whole thing about virtues is they order the soul towards God. And so you're seeking to live a virtuous life so you can have union with God, who is the author of divine love.
and to
I
me,
feel like that's what most people want. But it's like, so it's not like if you apply it to any other virtue, patience, you shameful person, you're impatient, or gentleness, you horrible person, you're not gentle. It's like, that's just missing the point. It's not about perfectly adhering to this virtue at all times. It's you're striving to be the best person that you can and to embody these virtues so that you can have a deep connection with God and live a joyful, like full life. So I feel like it's
Yeah.
sort of missing the point to get lost in that term.
and to me, it means more. I don't know if this is actually what it means, but this is what I've found. It's more like purity of heart. Like that's
Yes.
what it is.
And
Like
intention.
it's like about not like lusting after people, not degrading people, not like doing
Objectifying,
that to
yeah.
objectifying other people or yourself. It's like a heart thing, an intention thing. Like, where's your mind at? How are you looking at people? How are you looking at yourself?
A big thing
Yeah.
we said a lot in the last video was not using people and reducing them to an object for your own enjoyment.
Or allowing
Yeah.
yourself
Treating-
to be used too.
Treating yourself and other people as whole human beings. We're not objects. And some people don't agree with that, which is interesting. They do
Yeah.
think that it's totally fine. We personally do not think that. We all have the same, we don't have like 100% same beliefs on everything, but I would say on this topic, we've talked about it a lot and we all have basically the same beliefs on it. But yeah, we just don't believe in ourselves or other people being objects that you just
Yeah.
get to use or that I should just be used and discarded. Not everyone sees it that way, but we do see it that
And
way.
another deeper thing I think to realize here is that, at least in the Catholic sense, purity is about the gift of self. If you feel like God's calling you to marriage with another person, the deeper thing here is you want to give the whole gift of yourself to the other person. It doesn't mean,
Yeah, it's like
I've
two
been
become
perfect and I've
one.
never, had sex before, or like I'm impure.
I've never sinned.
That's not what it means. What it means is that when you love your spouse, in marriage and stuff, you give a total gift of yourself to them, and the physical intimacy is it's like an act of love and self-gift, and it becomes tainted in marriage. You're allowed to have sex when you're married, but it's so much more than that. If you're lusting over that person, objectifying, treating them in a degrading manner, you're
That
not
ain't
being
right.
pure and chaste. It's about the highest form of love. That's what we're aiming for, and that's what our hearts truly want. And I feel like if you're settling for a counterfeit, something that's not what your heart is oriented toward, you're not going to be satisfied in that love, because you're settling for something that your heart is like, I want more though, because I personally think that's how God designed our hearts.
And you know what I saw a ton of that was pretty heartbreaking? I saw so much of this comment.
Oh, it was so
I saw
sad.
so much of this. So I saw different versions of this. A lot of people saying, I chose to wait until marriage and then I was
Oh,
and then I thought that I was damaged goods, broken, tainted, bad, dirty, all these different
so
things.
sad.
And then a lot of people said, and then they kind of intentionally went out to try to put themselves in places where they would be more like used. Like it was like a weird like mental thing.
Reinforcing.
coping
Yeah, they
ability,
said
yeah.
like I chose that, which they didn't like it. They chose. It was really interesting to hear that, or they said they just felt like trash and they felt like they had screwed up, which obviously you did not.
Did not.
And that once again they were worth so much less, and they were broken. They were all these different things, and they just gave up because they thought there wasn't like redemption for them, or there wasn't whatever you want to say. And then another thing was that some people were just saying they didn't wait, but they were like, can I, as if we can give the permission, can I choose to wait until marriage now when I actually haven't previously, but I'm not married yet? Can I choose to wait from this point on until marriage? As if we have to give them permission. Of course you can.
Yeah.
Of course you can. Almost that, but that made me sad because it was almost like they were saying, if I haven't like been pure, whatever you want to say, then I've just thrown, this is the big problem. It's like all or nothing. I've thrown it all out because I did one thing or whatever it is. I I suddenly can't anymore. I can't wait. Just like something happens to you or you choose to do something and then it's over, the end. Like it was just so black and white. So they were like, am I allowed to wait now because I haven't? That was interesting to me because I'm like, of course you are. But it's sad that people were thinking like they weren't. Like they're thinking like, oh, I'm just whatever derogatory thing you want to say to yourself about it.
That's so interesting. That's such a lie. Like anything that's happened to you, or even if it wasn't an assault, if it was something
your choice
that you just chose it in the moment, you're like, this is what feels right for me. But then you're like, later on, you're like, I kind of want to change this. Like you are so much more than anything that's happened or even you've chosen in the past. You bring so much more to your marriage than that. That is not the definition of you. You have so much to offer a person and your dignity and worth is just boundless.
You're not just a lost cause.
No,
You're not just damaged forever.
That's just really sad. And like, I think that's also a cultural thing. That's really sad.
I think the damage thing was interesting because a lot of people, I mean, you truly feel and are damaged when things have been done to you against your will. I mean, that is I guess
It's
you can identify
damaging.
however you want. It's very damaging. So yes, you're saying I feel like I am damaged goods now. A lot of people said that kind of specifically or broken. And yeah, that was just interesting because it's like, I don't know. It was like all hope is lost. Like forever, I'm always gonna. It's hopeless forever. I'm just.
I feel
broken.
like if someone says a statement like that, I think that just shows they've been deeply wounded and there's a lot of healing that needs to take place. You deserve to step out of that, through therapy, counseling, trauma work. You deserve to step out of that wound and to enter a place of healing and reclaiming the worth that you always had that was never taken from you.
Yeah.
Also,
healing.
I think that as women, when that happens to you, you think that's how like guys will look at you.
Yes.
But I don't think that's the case. Like just because
if they do, that's really messed
that's
up.
weird.
They
if
have
they
a real
think that.
problem.
That's like a mental problem.
That is not
like
their
there's
problem.
a lot of, just people in general don't see you that way. Like most people don't see it that way, even though you feel that about yourself. Like
People
I feel
thought
like
we would see them that way. Is
Yeah.
the impression I got, which we do not. That was so
never.
I know
heartbreaking
it's
for me to
really
read.
hard to change that belief because it's like the trauma belief, I think. But I just want to say, like, some people, maybe see it that way, but most people don't look at you like that. And you shouldn't like project onto everyone that, everyone else thinks I'm damaged goods.
That's a good
They
point.
don't think that.
And especially not God. That's
Yeah.
particularly.
Especially not.
That's what's particularly sad. And I heard that a lot of people, they got this message kind of like from their like youth group or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
And it was, I
was
saw some
horrifying.
shocking comments. It's just like, wow, I cannot believe you were taught that. And I feel
That's really
so bad.
sad.
I'm really sorry
Really
about that.
heartbreaking.
So that was one of the biggest themes I saw in there, that people were just it's just like giving up, like, well, hopeless the end. And I've said this before in like Get Real with Christina, like don't give up on yourself. This is a category where people will, but there'll be other things that will happen where it's like Lauren broke her foot. She's going to be like, well, I give up, I'm never walking again. No, it's going to heal. But it's like harder. We look at physical things like that and we'll be like, no, I'll find a new doctor. I'll figure out what is the cure for this thing that I have physically. What is it? I got to find some kind of way to heal from this, right? But then when it comes to like emotional, spiritual things, we'll just be like, well, damaged goods forever. It's over. I'll never heal. But that's not fair to give up on ourselves because of something that we did or that was done to us. So that was a big thing I saw. So those were some of the main like biggest themes that I saw. If there are any more like huge burning questions and we get like enough comments about them, then maybe we could do another follow-up episode for sure about this. If you guys are that interested, let me know. It was a big topic. But those we got a lot of comments that were like the same theme over and over. So that's what we addressed in this. So once again, if you haven't watched the video, I would suggest watching it. It's pretty good, I gotta say. So now we're gonna move on to a lighter topic, which is Sister Spotlight. Every week, we put the spotlight on a different sister. There's Get Real with Christina, Sappy or Sassy Thoughts with Kath, Lisa's Corner, Amy's Current Crisis, and Lauren's Take. And this week, the sister is Ding. Lauren's Take. I just realized I didn't.
it's me.
I didn't even say, "Oh, here's Barrett." By the way, he just got up. It just cut to him. He just got up from his nap, and he was like, "Oh, you want to see Alex?" He was sad when he woke up, so I brought him in here, and then we're gonna wrap up the episode. So let's. Yeah, Alex is in there. You want to say anything on here? You want to say, "Hey, people"?
Alex.
You want to see Alex? Okay, let's finish the episode, then we'll see Alex. Okay, ready? Let's see Lauren first. Ready? Lauren's take.
Look, it's me.
Say, "Hey, Lauren." Where's Lauren, Barrett?
Alex.
Where's Lauren? Is she right there? All right. What questions do we have?
All right. So Lauren,
Okay, we'll see how
first
it
question
goes.
comes from Anthony. This is all from Patreon. Shout out to our patrons. Anthony, what is a social media site / app that you think never should have been made?
Oh.
Oh gosh.
All of them. No, I don't know. All the ones that I use, you can use them for good or evil. So I don't know.
It's true.
Okay. This is from Logan. Who is someone you never saw but would love to see in concert?
The 1975.
Oh, okay.
Catherine's
I would go with you. Okay. This is from Lily. Who is your most admired historical figure?
Kath, what?
Probably George
Historical
Washington?
figure. I don't know that I really care that much about them. No offense to them.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Sadie, what is your favorite TV show?
My favorite TV show of all time is Desperate Housewives. Oh my gosh.
Wow, I didn't know that. Of all
It's
time.
so good.
It's very well made, I have to say. Very well made show.
Yeah.
Okay. What is a Christmas tradition? This is from Eve. What is a Christmas tradition that you would like to start or continue with your own family one day?
I don't know, guys. I don't know what kind of question that is. What's a tradition? I don't know. I feel like it's all just Christmas. Like, getting a tree.
Is there
Yeah,
anything
I
that you've
wanna do-
ever seen like other people do that you're like, oh, that's cool. I want to do that. Or you're just
I
like,
haven't really thought about it, TBH.
Okay. Okay. Last one from Sadie. What is your favorite sport?
My favorite sport.
Sorry, guys.
You know what? As of now, theoretically, basketball, but I never actually played it. But I like shooting
Bye.
baskets. But there's too much running involved for my level of activeness. Okay. So maybe not. But like, I don't know. Like right now, like, someone's like, oh, let's go shoot some hoops. I'd be like, okay.
Okay.
Anything else? I'd be like, oh,
I have a
about
question,
that.
a bonus question from myself. What are you most looking forward to when your broken foot heals?
Running.
Running. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like walking. or
How long
driving.
until you can run?
I don't know. They said it might take like 3 months to fully heal. So probably
Same.
not till then.
Okay.
Oh, Barrett had a comment. Barrett, what is this? You just said it.
What's on her shirt?
Remember?
buddy?
You just said,
What's that?
he said, dinosaur. And then he said,
It will bite.
it will bite. It will bite?
That's not what I was talking about, Barrett.
Dinosaur?
What's up?
Watch out.
Oh, watch out. Will he bite? There you go.
Watch out, everyone. Barrett, say into the mic, say, watch out. No, he's like, no.
not
He's
wanna
shy.
do that.
Okay, no mic for you. All right, guys, that concludes this episode. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
You've been listening to the Cimarelli podcast. Follow Cimarelli on Spotify and subscribe on YouTube. You can also find Cimarelli on Facebook and Instagram.